So you on that?
It's my dog right here.
Crap.
Nah, let me do that again. What's good, everybody? Nick Day is here, producer, editor, social media manager. I do a lot of different shit for the brand, both for Talk With Flea and for It Is What It Is. And we got a bonus episode. A very special guest is going to be calling on Talk With Flea. Talk With Flea, bonus episode, scene 1. Good, man.
Nick, do you want to show us how you set up for the shows?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so where do you want to start?
First things first, when you walk in through the studio.
Okay, so once we walk into the studio, the first thing I like to do is we turn on the lights, right? But we already got all the lights on. Depending on what show it is, maybe we'll grab some of the underdog props for It Is What It Is. Then we'll come in here. There's a control room. This is where everything gets filmed. So we got the audio board on here. Depending on how many people we got on set, these trigger the mics for each particular person. Lighting board. So depending on what show we got a lot of different presets. It's color coordinated to the background of whatever show, whatever logo you have. So for Talk With Flea and for It Is What It Is, we kind of use a dark pink with a purple, kind of meshes nice. The primary records are done on this monitor right here. As you can see, we got a bunch of isolated cameras that are rolling. So in total, we got 12 different things that we record on. Up here are all the shots that we have. So we got camera 1, which would usually be the mace camera. Camera 2 would be the full wide of everyone. Camera 3 is the cam camera. Camera 7 we have off now, but that's usually Stat Baby when we do It Is What It Is. It's kind of that middle center shot. Camera 5 is one of the shots on the side set, so that would be the PT chair or Larry, depending on who's sitting where. And then the same goes on camera 4. Camera 5 also, what we could do, which is really dope, if you look up at camera 5, we could manually control all the cameras. So we could do like behind the scenes, we could record at the window, we could do a bunch of stuff like that. But for now, we just have everything isolated. And here is the video switcher. So we're basically just following the conversation as it's being done. So you trigger through the cameras and isolate whoever is on there. Cam, what up, man?
What's up, man? How you
Good, good. Everything all right, yeah. But for Talk With Flea, we got to shoot in 4K, so we do a little bit different. We have these FX9s. They're overpowered. They shoot documentaries, movies, sporting events, the whole nine. So we got Atomos drives on top. These little monitors that you see over here, they all are needed to record in 4K for linear television. So we do a little makeshift and moving around of the studio because we do need to set up the different cameras that we have. So it's a little tedious, but you know, Isaiah in there and myself, we do a really good job now. At first, it took us about like 45 minutes to set up everything. Now we can have it up and down within like 5 to 10 minutes.
What's happening, everybody? It's Isaiah Camel. I'm one of the main videographers right here at the studio. I control the video operating board. So for It Is What It Is, Talk With Flea, a whole bunch of other shows too. So even Nick's show. So if you catch me, I'm be the one that's handling all the cameras. So when it's a camera cut from whatever show you're watching, that's gonna be me in charge of that. As soon as I walk in, I usually come straight right over here. This is our actual video operating board. So we literally have every camera right over here. We also have our media calls. So our media call is gonna be when you see Michael Irvin, Maurice Claret, or even Arabia calling during the studio. And I'm in charge of all that. Then we have some built-in macros actually too. So you're gonna be able to see like different type of scenes. So for example, if I put like a big little, that's pretty much just like a 2-box. That's what we usually do when we have a guest over here. Right here is where the guest is usually gonna be. Right now, we just got the sound bars going on. Then we have some other ones that we can always play with, the 3-box. We can always just mix and match and everything. But yeah, my main objective in the studio right here when we're running It Is What It Is and Talk With Flea is just make sure we get the best camera quality and just make sure we're on top of every cut, just to make sure that whenever somebody's speaking, we could get that, and we can also get the live reactions, because you know how the show is, everything's like super funny and it's super dope. So we always want to see Mace whenever he's laughing, Stats reactions too, and also Cams.
What's good, y'all? I go by the name of Jory, aka Mason, and as you can see, I'm the audio engineer for the show. Yeah, we about to get started in a minute, so I'm just getting levels right, making sure all the mics work, etc., etc. As you can see, I got 3 screens right here. I only really use 2 of them, but I need to watch the show and I need to monitor the audio. So that's what we doing today, man. Pretty standard stuff. Maurice is coming through way too hot too. Pause. Way too hot. Super loud. So yeah, built into this board, we have all different types of compression and limiters, and you know, sometimes we have coughs and laughs that may be in the background that I got to take out or whatever the case is. So it's a very intense process in here. As you can see, they got like 30 screens over there. I just got 3, so I'm doing what I got to do.
So these cameras here are shooting on our guests. And then depending on if we have a guest sitting in these chairs, we might use these as like side profile shots, as you can see here, of Cam sitting here in the middle. It's honestly, this is my favorite shot. Because if you look at this screen here, you got the microphone in the background, got a side profile of Cam. And the coolest thing is that Cam never really addresses this camera. So it kind of, you can get a lot of different candid shots as well. So these cameras here are shooting on our guests. And then depending on if we have a guest sitting in these chairs, we might use these as like side profile shots, as you can see here, of Cam sitting here in the middle. It's honestly, this is my favorite shot. Because if you look at this screen here, you got the microphone in the background, got a side profile of Cam. And the coolest thing is that Cam never really addresses this camera. So it kind of, you can get a lot of different candid shots as well. And then that's it. We wait for the talent to get in here. We get the callers. Usually Sin City will call on. Today we got a very special guest. And we just wait to see what the talent wants to do. That's pretty much our process here for Talk With Flea.
Welcome back to Talk With Flea. Listen, man, I got some nostalgia on the show today. Yeah, nigga from my